In this episode, we're going to look at same-type cabins on different ships in the Celebrity fleet. You'll also be able to see the difference in veranda and interior rooms as we take this walk through each type of room. I'm JD, and along with my wife Chris, we are the Casual Cruisers. On this channel, we'll bring you ship tours, port tours, and information on excursions and other activities. We hope you find our channel enjoyable and informative. If you do, please click the like button and consider subscribing. Now, let's cast off on the next adventure with the Casual Cruisers. Starting with the veranda rooms, the Eclipse entry with a view of the veranda. And then moving on, we'll look at Silhouette second. Next is the bathroom in Eclipse. As both are Solstice class, they are same except for layout based on the cabin orientation of where the doors are and where the bed is. You see, the veranda rooms have the clamshell doors on the shower. Other classes have a regular door, and suites have a bathtub in some of the suite configurations. And as you can see here, the bathroom in the Silhouette is pretty much the same. It's just laid out differently because of the room configuration. And we've put in these transitions as a visual cue. We're going from one ship to the other. In this case, this is back in Eclipse, and this is a typical room view. And as always, there are 2 US and 1 international plug in each room, as well as a couch and a vanity or work area, depending on how you choose to use it. And always the closet with plenty of room for hanging items. As we go through here, please click the like button and subscribe to help us grow the channel and reach a wider cruising community. Solstice class ships have this storage above the bed and a little overhead storage, which is helpful as you might need some extra storage if you brought a lot of clothing. As you can see in the dresser, there are standard drawers. Each room, in addition to the safe, has a cooler. Remember, this is not a refrigerator, it's a cooler. So if you need a medical refrigerator for medicines that require that, make sure you indicate that when you make the booking for your cruise. And here's a view of the closet. It has those smaller pull-down bars on the bottom for extra hanging. Each room has a mirror over the vanity and also a full-length mirror up on the wall for getting ready for those evenings out. So those bottles of water, as well as anything that might be in the cooler, are not complimentary. So make sure you either have your room steward take that out or be prepared to have it charged to your room if you use them. And as you can see, these rooms are laid out in a traditional rectangular layout, regardless of which ship you're on in the Solstice class. And as you see, whether you're on Eclipse or Silhouette or any other Solstice class, the standard balcony has 2 chairs and a small table. Now, these chairs are not loungers, and you'll see that it says, "Do not lay flat." That's for your safety. And regardless of what class of ship or size ship you're on, you may see some weathering as you see here. That's due to the constant exposure to the salt air. Now we're looking at the interior rooms. This one's on Celebrity Beyond. It's room 7210 and it's an Edge class ship. This is a room next to the Magic Carpet Veranda room, so it's a square layout based on location on the ship. It has an extra US plug and 2 USBs next to one side of the bed. It also has a sliding vanity which you can use as a workspace or slide it closed to be able to use the full-length mirror. Edge class plugs and USBs are in that white thing called the power box, and it sits above the safe and the cooler. And all Edge class have this touchscreen which controls the environmentals and the light. And here we see the standard layout of the bathroom. Again, this is based on the orientation of the room. There's ample room for your toiletries. There's plenty of room in the shower. I'm 6 feet tall and I don't even come close to touching the top. Here is an interior room on Celebrity Silhouettes, room number 7146, and it seems just as roomy as the Edge stateroom because of the square layout. Again, that is based on where it is in the ship. Like all Solstice class ships, there are only 2 US and 1 international plug. There's no extra outlets in it has the older style climate controls and lighting switches. And as you can see, there's ample room for your baggage. Those will go up under the bed, but the initial entry to get things settled, there's plenty of room in this square layout. Into the bathroom, standard layout for an interior room on the Solstice class. As noted before, the shower has the clamshell doors. They no longer use curtains on the Celebrity ship. And if you need more outlets, just plan ahead and bring something that is approved by the cruise line. Now back on Celebrity Eclipse in room 7176. This is a traditional rectangle layout. Solstice class has additional storage above the top of the bed as noted before, and it is very helpful if you need some extra room for your clothing or other items. On Celebrity ships, the safe is very small. It will not fit a laptop. It might fit a small tablet, but it'll definitely hold your passports and wallet. And then finally we go to Celebrity Summit, which is a Millennium class ship. It's older and smaller than the rest of the fleet, as the Millennium were the first class of ships brought out by Celebrity. Here's room 7905, again a traditional rectangle layout. These ships have been refurbished and have 2 US plugs on each bedside lamp. There's plenty of shelf storage, as you saw, as well as drawers and closet space. There's also a new climate control touch panels in this class of ship, so it's more like the Edge. Each room has either a chair or a couch for sitting, plenty of storage, as you can see those drawers. Again, cooler, not a fridge. Mini bar is extra if you take those things and use them. There's plenty of shelf space or counter space for a working area, so enjoy it. As you see, 1 US, 1 international plug, and a couple of USB connectors there. The plugs on the bedside lamps, this is backwards. I think that just happened when they were reconfiguring the room from a previous sale. And regardless of class of ship, each room has a flat screen TV. And there's the touchscreen for environmentals. And then as we move in, standard layout, but because this is the older and smaller class of ships, there is a little bit of a tight squeeze in the shower. As you'll see, we'll turn around, the door opens out. For a person average size, male or female adult, it's a little tight in the shower, but not unmanageable. If you found this video helpful or informative, please click the like button and consider subscribing to help us grow this channel. And as always, bon voyage until the next adventure with the Casual Cruisers.